Hello friends, welcome to Kiss Up Cards, Keep It Simple Stamping Up. I'm Marianne and I'm your independent Stampin' Up consultant, and I'm bringing you Fun Fold Friday. And I've got a nice little treat for you tonight. We're going to make a card that you're going to insert something in it, something special. You could make this for anything. It might be nice for Mother's Day. So we're going to make a tea card. This is tea card number 1. When you open it up, get it open, there's a tea bag, a place for a tea bag inside. Isn't that sweet? So you could send that to a friend to catch up. You could make a little Mother's Day card and slip that in. Just a beautiful way to send, and it's a cute size because by the time you fold it, a fun fold, it's not that big, but it fits in our envelopes. So this was card number 1 that I made, and there was my cat's tail. This was card number 2 that I made. This size is fun for this card size is fun for using up scraps as well. I didn't do that, but once I was done and looking at it, I thought, oh my gosh, this is good for using up little small pieces of paper as well. So this is our Fun Fold Friday, the last one that I'm going to bring you. Next week, I'm coming back twice a week, and I'm going to show you, so it's going to be Tuesday template and Thursday tip time. So I'm going to show you how to use a template and get creative from making that from the template. And then Thursday night will be tips, and I've already how to clean your stamps when if they're not sticking anymore, how to clean your acrylic stamps, blocks, different things like that. So that's what I'm going to bring, and plus still making some card ideas. If I don't have a tip, I may throw in a card idea because it's always fun to have card ideas. So this has been so much fun to come and join you for Fun Fold Fridays. I've had some great fun in making great cards. I've had some challenges. Angles are not my deal, my go-to, but they do make beautiful cards. It won't stop me. I will continue. But that's why it's always important to have a template and to practice by using just copy paper or scrap paper, just pick it out of your scrap bin and practice away with that. So enough talking. Let's get to my crafting table. Here at my craft table, I've started to make a mess already, but this one I did do a template, a practice run on just copy paper. So I grabbed a tea bags from my cupboard, and this is the actual size of the card that we're making. It's a really cute one, and it's just really fun to give to friends with with a tea bag in it. If you have a coffee stamp, you could do little coffee in there, hot chocolate, whatever, little packages. So this is the actual size of the template. Then I thought, well, what if I make it a little bigger? So I just went back to cutting my cardstock in half lengthwise, the 4 1/4. And then I did all the scoring and the cutting, which I'm going to show you how to do that. And then it was like, okay, so this Fun Fold makes a little bigger card, and you see how the tea bag goes in there. It fits I think it fits a little better. This is a little comfy, cozy tightness, but this fits a little better. So you could go to a bigger card. You could make this little card and somehow do a fun fold that you make it inside a bigger card. I'm not there yet. So let's work with this, and then maybe that might be another fun fold day that we do. So this is the sizes we're going to use. I'm going to work with this size, but I'll give you the measurements for this size as well in the description below. But this size is going to be, we're going to start out with 4 1/4 height, 4 1/4 by 9 3/4. So I'm using Orchid Oasis. I love this color. So 4 1/4, and we're going to cut that. And always cut up, and that slides your paper up rather than down, because then your paper could slide a bit and your measurements could be off just a bit. And then we're going to turn it and do 9 3/4. And this we can use for a tag as the back of the sentiment. So I'm going to set this one aside, and then this one we're going to score at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. 3 1/4 scoring, so make sure your cutting blade is out of the way. We're just going to score, and then at 6 1/2. Oh, I almost took my cutting blade down. Don't want to cut yet. So there we have the score lines, and we can, I'm going to have the folds. Now on this one, we're going to measure 1 1/2 inches, no, sorry, a half an inch, like this. And I'm just going to put a little dot there, and I'm going to measure a half an inch up from the bottom. So I'm just going to use these measurements here. All right, and then from this mark to this mark, I'm going to cut. So a half an inch, so I want this bottom mark in the track and this mark in the track. And now I need my cutting blade. And there, I can use this for a sentiment as well. So this is going to fold on the inside. Okay, you could have your card going this way as well. It doesn't really matter. Now, this one folds really, really well right here. There's lots of room. When I made my template, there wasn't lots of room. It kind of met a little too close to have a nice fold. So then all you do is just trim a little bit off of there to make it fit really nicely. So I'm going to do it this way. Now I picked this color for on top. Really matches nicely with the Orchid Oasis. And I need 3 by 4. 3 inches gets me half of a 6-inch square, and then 4 inches. And this is non-directional paper, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put that there. And then I found some paper that I had that had teacups on it and teapots on it. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to, because I'm putting a tea bag in here, I thought, well, I'll just use these. This one is a little long, but I do like all of that. So I could cut it here. I could do that. Or I could do a stack of cups. So that would get me right to the bottom of here. Just cut that. There we go. just goes from top to bottom on that beautifully. That works out really well, but I still do like this. It's just got a lot of the greenery in it, but it was just one straight strip. Let's get, before I make a decision there, let's do some gluing. I'm going to use my tear and tape. All right, I have just done something else. I have taken this blue and I have flipped it over, and I really like how it's got the greenery in it, it's got the teapots in it that matches the Orchid Oasis, and I can put my sentiment probably around here or a little up here and cover this teapot and do that. Okay, so I think I figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some tear and tape because it's really strong, and I need to find where the beginning is. There it is. And this, you just want to have it along the bottom and this little edge. And you don't want to cover this up because you want to be able to insert the tea bag in there. All right, let me take this off first. Okay, and then secure this down. Tear that off. See, it's good and strong. And then just fold that over and secure that down. Okay. Then let's cover the front. I'll just put this away. Then I'm going to secure this down with some glue. And even my little tea bag matches pretty good. So there we've got that little, this is a great little card that you could send invitations with. The sentiment I'm going to use, it's, I have it back here. Hello there, let's catch up. Isn't that cute? So if you have not seen someone for a while, you can do that. So let's get a sentiment. I'm going to grab some white and stamp on there. Use black. And I need a cushion underneath because it is a polymer stamp. Just let the ink transfer to the paper. Okay. Just gonna take my trimmer and trim this off. See, you never know where you can get your sentiment onto. I would say this is done, but there's my sentiment. I think I'm going to put it up there. It's from my scrapbooking days, where Stampin' Up! Has some where you can just decorate it a bit more if you're keeping like just the plain white. And then I'm going to use my adhesives. Oops. Oh, you know what I forgot to do was the ribbon. I wonder if I can do this. Oh dear. Tie this down with a ribbon. And there you can put your tea bag in there, and then I'll add a piece of white here, and then I'll be able to write in. Maybe, you know, let's catch up. What's a good day for you? Give me a call, or I'll give you a call, whatever, or you set a date. So that's cute. Now I want to show you how to do it so that you get the ribbon on it. So I didn't do that with this one. All right, I'm going to do a different color, the orange, because I think I want to do the teacups. So that picks up that color. And I've got this to go with it, so it looks like a tablecloth. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's do this again. I'll get to the point really quickly where we do the ribbon. All right. All right, here's where we're going to do the ribbon. And I'm going to show you what to do. I think I'm going to go with this ribbon here. It's a woven ribbon in an ivory color, but it is just so beautiful and so soft. And we're going to wrap it around the card to the point where we can tie it up. So I think it'll be about this long. Maybe shorten it a bit. There we go. All right, there's our ribbon. And then I want to take this mat up here and get my Stampin' seal and just, this is not lining up the way I want it to. And I think it's this little piece here. So I'm just going to try and take my snips and get that little piece. There we go. I think that will, yes, that makes all the difference in the world. Now I'm going to take this way, and I can flip this over because it's not going to stick to the mat. Which is really kind of cool. It stays on the card. Get the halfway point of my ribbon. Put that on the fold of the card. And seal that way and this way. And because I've done that, I will put designer series paper on the back of my card as well. Now I'm going to glue this down. Secure that down. I just need to cut this piece in 4. So it is by 3, and then I'll cut a 4-inch piece. Oh, this side's pretty too. I love this plaid paper. It goes with so many things. It's absolutely stunning. All right. So with this idea, as you put your tea bag in, this is how it's going to go. And then you're going to tie it shut like this. Just going to tie a nice bow. Oh, maybe I did it too short. Oh, no, it's gonna work. Okay. Let's get the teacups on. I think, oh, look at that. That fits on there perfectly. And I may put them over here. So I'm going to secure them down over there. This could go on the inside. Remember, we can decorate the inside of the card. You could cut it out. Whatever you want to do, you could put plaid on the inside of your card. I would need a bigger piece than that. You know, with your angles and things. And then, where's my tea bag go? Oh, it's in this card. And then you just put your tea bag in. And then this is what keeps it secure. You could just tie it with one knot if you wanted. Now let's get a sentiment on here. This one would be cute on the inside. Hello there, let's catch up. You could put printing here as well. So, you know, whatever your little heart desires. I'm going to check. Oh, this is cute. We always say that, oh, I dropped. They're not sticking very well. I'm gonna have to start cleaning these. We always ask when we meet with someone, what's new? So I have a what's new stamp, and that works beautifully there. All right. When the stamps first come, they're really, really nice and sticky. And we'll talk about that in some upcoming videos, how we can get the stickiness back. This one's still sticking pretty good. Haha, perfect fit. All right. Oh, that didn't work so well. Okay, magic of paper. Flip it over. That's much better. Use this. This was so much fun. I'm going to use this again. I could just do it on one side. There we go. What's new? And I'm wondering if I want some orange behind it just to pick it up. That on there, and then I'm going to just first do this. Okay. And then do this. Oh, I'm using the wrong side. Yep, there we go, that's better. All right, let's glue this down. Make sure I get the glue on the side that's not good. And this is where using the glue gives you some leeway. like putting it on the angle. And I had some, okay, these are getting, so cutting off the edges again, use everything. There we go. And then we put the tea bag in here. I'll put a sentiment here. So I need a piece. I'm going to have to cut this down to 3 by 4. These pieces can be used for sentiments. For another card, I'll put that there. But I'm first going to stamp it with, hello there, let's catch up. So you're giving them a tea bag to have a cup of tea when they get the card or whenever they want. And then you're asking them to meet up and catch up. Remember, just let it sit, let the ink transfer. Don't get in a rush. And, oh, I'm so glad there's the magic of paper. Some of those stamps that are wider, the narrow parts are easy, but sometimes the wider parts don't get a lot of ink. And so I'm taking a look at it to make sure. And then I got my fingers in the ink. So I have to be careful. So let's try again. Just let it sit. Let it sit. I'm actually pushing straight down on this as well. I'm not just letting it sit. I'm pushing, so I'm adhering the ink. And look what I did. Because I had ink here, I got ink on there. So, oh, and I got ink on there too. I am getting ink everywhere. All right, let's try again. Just go la-di-da-di-da, da-di-da-di-da. Perfect. Got it. Get this in the inside of the card. I just need to do this. When you're just putting something on the inside of the card, just put it in the corners for, I don't know, you might need to take it off or something, or there we go. So we've got what's new. So what's new comes from the Charming Sentiments. It's just, I'd have to check the catalog on that one. And the hello there is coming from the Latte Love, and I'm going to do some cards with Latte Love stamps, just how to use stamps with some paper and how to decorate that up. So then you tie this up. You can do a bow. I think if you cut your ribbon 16 inches, you'll be doing really well. I think with this one, I'm just going to leave it like this. It's pretty thick ribbon as well. The thinner ribbon, I think, would work much nicer. So there we go. A fun fold. What's new? Open it up. You have a tea bag inside. Now you could do something the same with coffee, with hot chocolate. With this Latte Love, it has a nice mug on there. You could stamp the mug and fussy cut it out. You could put just the top of the mug with the latte designs inside. So there's many different ways to do that. There's coffee beans there. You could do hot chocolate. So whatever your heart desires. Those are, it's kind of cute, and it's going to fit in your envelope really nicely. All right, one last thing I want to show you. I was like, how am I going to put ribbon here? And then I'm like, oh my goodness, I can do this with my little punch sets. So this is available right now, and these are adorable. So this is a 1/8 inch circle. This is a little tab punch out, and this is a slit. So because it's narrow here, I think I'm going to use the slit and show you how this works. This is a great set because I could have put slits in the, oh, yes, I could have put slits in here and tied the ribbon through and done that, but I'm going to put it always, yeah, I'm going to go there. So I put a slit here, and then I'm going to put a slit here to make sure it's there. I think that's going to work. Just don't want it too close to the edge. There we go. And then I'm going to pick a ribbon that goes with this. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I wonder if I can get that threaded through there. Certainly can. That picks up the green in there, and that green goes so well. And so you don't need as long a ribbon. I'm just going to cut it there. And then I can do this and this and just secure it. Yeah, you need longer tails, that's for sure, because that makes a... So here's one with the ribbon wrapped all the way around, and I put paper on the back, but this one I did not need to because I had that little slit. I could do a little circle and use, I have lots of, I've got like a narrow ribbon. That would have went really well with this Calypso coral. Or I have string or twine. So the hole would have been good for that. So there we go. These are brand new punches. This is my first time ever using them. They are so adorable, and I think I will get a lot of use out of them. Just look at this. That is adorable. So I forgot to put the ribbon on. No big deal. Use my new punch, got the ribbon in, they can untie it and get the tea bag out. Voila. There we go. Fun Fold Fridays, the last one. I'm not even sure how many weeks I came. 8 weeks, 9 weeks, but it has been a blast. And this one has been really cute to make. And it's going to be really cute to send to someone so that they could have a cup of tea. Now, one of the things I want to share with you is when I was trying to tie these bows, I was having the card this way. I found when I moved the card this way and tied the bow, I had much better success. And look at this one, how that tied up. So beautiful. And then the place for the tea bag. Just a really cute card to give. Great for whatever, for colleagues to, you know, encourage them. And that. You could do tea bags. You could do, as I've said during my videos, hot chocolate, little coffee packs, you know, and then the stamps that you have, work with that, or different ideas or different papers. How many neat papers out there to be able to do something with. It's just, there's a plethora of ideas and a plethora of colors, and sometimes it's like, this is what I had tonight, was like, what paper am I going to use, and what what sentiments, and sometimes just picking that is really, it took me a while. I had different things around me, and then as I did this card, this ended up flipping over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like this side better than the other side. So sometimes, you know, you just never know. So Fun Fold Fridays has come to an end, but don't worry, they will come back again. It's been a blast bringing you Fun Fold Fridays. Coming up, I'm going to bring you, I think I've already mentioned that, Tuesday templates and Thursday tip time. And that's going to be fun to bring to you as well. And what I want to encourage you is, in the link below, is just to go online and look through the catalog and see what inspires you and what paper that you really like and what's there. Or go to the last chance and check out what's there for products that are on sale. There are sometimes some really good sales on our products. And I'm a sale gal, so I hit the sales first, and then I go back. And that's why I've gotten some of my ribbon, some of my stamp sets. I've gotten them on sale. And so it's just a great way. Now, what's really exciting as well is every time you purchase $25, for every $25, you earn 10% rewards. They're called Stampin' Up rewards, and you get to use them on your next order. Or you could, you know, build them up until you have a whole free order, or you want to get a certain product that, you know, you may not usually get because it's, you know, costs a lot of money, but you can save your stamp rewards for that. So it's an exciting new program. It's for everybody. You do not have to be a consultant. Although, if you become a consultant, you get 20% off your products plus the 10% reward. Do the math. It's pretty cool. So Stampin' Rewards is really exciting. It's a new program they've just come out with. So I'm excited to share that with you. So take a check out, even if you just buy everything that's on sale, or anything that's on sale, or something that inspires you on sale. That's a great way to start building your stock as well. So check it out. Go shopping online. I love online shopping. Some of you like catalogs. You can order a catalog as well and look through the catalog. But I find the catalog overwhelming because it shows it's way too much. It's like I vomited everything out, and it's really difficult. And I find a lot of my clients say that it's very overwhelming in the catalog. But if you go through the online store, it is not as overwhelming, and you could go at your own pace. You can throw things in the cart, take them back out. You know, it's just really cool. But check out the Stamp Rewards. That is a really cool idea as well. I love it that you get save 10%. Hey, we're all about saving money, right? And we'll just go forward from there. So next week I'm back to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Looking forward to that. And thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for giving up your time, you know, with other things, but spending time with me to learn how to, you know, make another fun fold card, add a tea bag in it. You could make one that's for coffee, for hot chocolate. Just really neat idea. So thank you so much for joining me, and these will be just a special way to share kindness, one card at a time.